Today I'm going to talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and why you need filters. The Osmo Pocket 3 is a motion camera that has an f2 aperture, which is fantastic. However, it doesn't have aperture blades to reduce light to a scene. Therefore, your shutter speed is high, thus producing a stop motion-like jarring effect. To reduce this effect, you essentially need to darken your scene to lower the shutter speeds. In video, this means that you're adhering to the 180-degree shutter angle rule, which is to have your shutter speed double that of your frame rate. So if you're filming 24 frames per second, that means a shutter speed of 1/50. If you're filming at 30 frames per second, then that means have a shutter speed of 1/60. And in my opinion, this isn't all that necessary when using slow motion. In this video, I'll be testing out the Freewell Mega 14 pack of filters. This includes darkening ND filters, darkening CPL filters, a mist filter, and a light pollution filter. And of course, chapters in the description. So let's get started. First off, basic NDs. Early morning, the light isn't so bright, so a ND32 it is. But before we even do that, here is a reference shot with no ND filter. You can see that the fencing material is just step framing every little bit, very jagged. Now this time I've got the ND32 mounted. However, can you tell the difference between the two? It should be quite easy to tell them apart. However, if this isn't enough, here they are side by side and slowed down. Right side no filter, left side with filters. But what do you do with all the other filters? I'll show you later on in the video. Next up, we are going to stack filters, a mist filter alongside with the ND64 for a very bright outdoor scene. And this is more about the snow mist filter than it is the ND filter. The ND filter is just there for the motion blur. The snow mist filter is a less contrasty version of the black mist filter. The Freewell includes a quarter strength variety. On top of noise reduction turned down, on top of sharpening turned down, it does produce quite a glow. In my opinion, it produces a nice vintage look that is soft to the eyes and nothing like what you would see from a small sensor or a cell phone. It is the opposite of an over-sharpened image, which I'll show later on in the video. Moving to an indoor location, removing the ND filter is all I need to do. The snow filter indoors is where it's really going to shine. That blooming effect is straight out of Hollywood, minus degeneracies. Some of the indoor scenes seem like it has recovered some of the contrast. However, when it comes to a lot of lights, this can be a hit or miss. It's great in small doses. However, if the background subject has too much lighting, especially too much white lighting, it can get out of hand. However, that's your personal preference. I think it works best with warmer lighting. Aside from that, the snow mist filter can fundamentally change the way your footage looks with the DJI Pocket 3. Here is a sample with no filter at all. You can see how contrasty the scene is. This is filmed with DJI Log M, and there's no additional contrast or sharpening added in post. So straight out of the camera. Here it is with the snow mist filter. Again, DJI Log M, straight out of the camera, and it certainly has a heavy glow. Next up, the NDPL, starting with no filter, and here it is with NDPL. Can you tell a difference? Well, how about now side by side? I'm going to slow it down and just guess which is which. Shouldn't be hard. All right, so the NDPL is on the left. It's the one with the blur. And look at the sky difference. It's deeper. Here's another comparison. No filter, neutral state for the NDPL right now. And this is just to see if there's a color cast on the skin. And the NDPL itself, it has a knob on the top and you can turn it with your finger. And you physically turn it and you can see the darkening in the sky. You might have noticed that I omitted some of the darker NDs. I'm going to use the light pollution filter and get back to those in a little bit. The LPR filter should give you more natural colors and contrast. Here is a scene, auto white balance. The camera is trying to do its best, and here it is with the LPR filter. Whatever it's doing, I think it's doing a fantastic job. Here's a time lapse, no LPR filter. And here it is with LPR filter. Here are a few more samples just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. Filter free left, filter on the right. Yes, I messed up. Don't judge me. Bruh. In my opinion, this filter does a fantastic job at cleaning up the dingy look that you get from street lights. If you live in an area with high pressure sodium lamps, this is a must-have. Moving back to the very dark NDs. This is going to require some experience, or in my case, a little bit of guesswork. Using the ND1000, this is what you can expect. Using 1/2.5 shutter speed, I had to use a custom time lapse of a shot every 2 seconds for 10 minutes. This is no filter. Compare this choppy footage with this smooth motion. If you're going to go capture some high quality footage, which one would you pick? You're already going to a location, you're already spending gas, you're already setting up a shot, you're already setting up a tripod. Make it worth it. Final thoughts, the Freewell Mega 14 pack has a lot going for it. The filters feel oil resistant. I've been touching this thing all day long and it's still quite clean. They are extremely easy to use. They take up very little space. The Freewell 14 pack will set you back $149.99. That's about $11 per filter. If that's too many, you can buy them in singular form for $26.99. And this is why I cautioned about going the creator kit route. Having a filter set can really help you dial in and help you achieve the look that you want from your footage. Anyhow, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share. See you in the next one.